Attention passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news. Something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach a 000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you've probably caught wind of a story that has been causing quite a stir. And it has not just about the game on the field. No, this is about drama, discipline, and what it could mean for the NFC East's landscape this season. And of course, it has got everything to do with the Philadelphia Eagles, one of Dallas's biggest rivals, and a player who has been making headlines, Jalen Carter. The young talented defensive tackle who has been making waves since he entered the league. But what exactly happened? Well, it is a story that has got a bit of everything: controversy, league discipline, and a lot of questions about how this might shake up the upcoming battles between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Let us start from the beginning. Jalen Carter, the 9th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, a player many saw as a potential game share for the Eagles' defensive line, found himself in hot water after last week's game against the Dallas Cowboys. You see, during that game, Carter was ejected, but not for a typical reason like a roughing the passer or a personal foul. No, what got everyone talking was a rather bizarre incident where Carter spat on Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott. That's right, folks. He spat on Prescott right there on the field before the first play from scrimmage of the season opener, and you can imagine the reaction. It was instant. It was intense, and it has been the talk of the NFL ever since. Now, what makes this incident even more intriguing is the league's response. The NFL, in its usual meticulous way, announced on Tuesday that Carter would not be suspended for Week 2's rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs, which many fans are looking forward to as a potential Super Bowl rematch. Instead, the league decided to fine Carter the amount of his Week 1 game check, which according to ESPN is about $57,222 per week. This fine is significant. But what is even more notable is that the NFL is considering this fine as serving the player's one-game suspension without pay. That means Carter will be eligible to play against the Chiefs on Sunday, and he has chosen not to appeal this disciplinary action. Instead, he is moving forward, ready to face the challenge and most importantly eager for redemption. Speaking of redemption, let us talk a bit about who Jalen Carter is, the player behind the headlines. Carter, at just 24 years old, has already established himself as a force on the field. Last season, he made a huge impact, earning a Pro Bowl selection after recording 5 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, 6 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles. That kind of production is rare for a player so young, and it is clear that the Eagles saw something special in him when they drafted him 9th overall. His talent is undeniable and his potential is sky high. But as with many young stars, maturity and discipline are key. That is why this incident has sparked so many debates about his future and the kind of leader he can become. Now, what is fascinating is how the incident unfolded on the field. According to Prescott, after the opening kickoff, there was a stoppage in play and he was talking to a teammate when Carter spat on him. Prescott said he was just talking normally, maybe spitting on the ground as part of the conversation. But Carter apparently thought Prescott spat him, which led to the altercation. Prescott in his post-game comments explained that he was surprised by Carter's reaction, but also expressed disappointment, emphasizing that spitting is not something he condones or expects from a player of Carter's caliber. And of course, Carter himself apologized after the game, saying it wouldn't happen again. That's a mature move, but it doesn't erase the controversy or the potential impact it could have on team chemistry and the rivalry between the Eagles and Cowboys. For Dallas fans, this incident has a lot of implications. First, it has a reminder of the fierce rivalry that exists between the Cowboys and Eagles. A rivalry that has been built on intense games, memorable moments, and sometimes fiery exchanges. And the fact that Carter will be on the field for the rematch adds an extra layer of drama. Dallas's defense will need to be prepared not just for the talent of Carter and the rest of the Eagles' front seven but also for the psychological edge that this incident might give them. Prescott and his teammates are no strangers to mind games and emotional battles, and this is yet another chapter in that ongoing saga. Now let us take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture. The Eagles, coming off a Super Bowl appearance last season, are still seen as one of the top contenders in the NFC. Jalen Carter's presence on the defensive line is a big part of their success, and his ability to disrupt the opposing offense is well documented, but this incident might serve as a test of his maturity and his ability to stay focused amid controversy. The league's decision to fine him and consider the matter closed might be seen as a lenient approach, but it also sends a message that discipline and professionalism are critical, especially for a player with such high expectations. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, who finished last season with a solid record and are hoping to take the next step towards a deep playoff run, will certainly be eyeing Carter closely. Prescott, known for his leadership and resilience, has faced off against Carter before, and he has no stranger to the kind of fiery exchanges that define rivalries. Prescott's leadership will be tested once again as he faces this Eagles team, especially with Carter on the field. It has a matchup that promises fireworks, not just because of the talent involved, but because of the emotional stakes. Cowboys fans will be watching closely, hoping their defense can contain Carter and the Eagles' offense can capitalize on any mistakes. And speaking of the season as a whole, it is important to note that the NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint. We only in week 2, but stories like this set the tone for what promises to be an intense, unpredictable year. The NFC East, historically one of the most competitive divisions in the league, looks like it has shaping up to be even more exciting. The Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders are all gunning for the top, and incidents like this only add fuel to the fire. Every game counts, and every moment on the field can be magnified by what's happening off of it. For the Cowboys, this game against the Eagles is more than just a regular season matchup. It is about asserting their dominance, proving they're serious contenders, and showing that they can handle the emotional and physical challenges that come with rivalries of this magnitude. Dak Prescott, as the leader of this team, has been steady and resilient, and he'll need to be at his best to counteract the Eagles' defensive prowess. The Dallas offensive line will have a big task ahead of them to protect Prescott and create opportunities for their receivers. CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cook in particular will be key targets, and their ability to exploit any defensive lapses could be the difference. On the defensive side, the Cowboys have been improving steadily. Micah Parsons continues to be one of the most disruptive defenders in the league, and his pass rushing skills will be crucial against Philadelphia's offensive line. But they also need to keep an eye on Jalen Carter, who is not only capable of sacking Prescott, but also of forcing turnovers. The Cowboys' secondary has been solid, but facing a team like the Eagles with their dynamic quarterbacks and versatile weapons will test them to their limits. This game is shaping up to be a true test of team strength, discipline, and mental toughness. Looking ahead, this incident with Carter might also influence how teams prepare for each other in future matchups. The NFL is always evolving, and players' behavior on the field can sometimes shift the dynamics of a division or conference. The league's discipline, the reactions of the players involved, and the overall atmosphere of competitive intensity create a complex web of factors that fans and analysts will be dissecting for weeks to come. For the Cowboys, it is a reminder that every game is a battle not just of talent, but of mentality. They need to stay focused, disciplined, and ready for anything. And let us not forget about the larger story, the ongoing narrative of the NFL approach to discipline and player conduct. Incidents like this, though seemingly minor in the grand scheme of things, highlight the league's efforts to maintain a certain standard of professionalism. While some fans might argue that fines and non-suspensions are lenient, others see it as a sign that the league is trying to balance discipline with player rights. For Carter, this is an opportunity to learn and grow, to show that he can channel his passion into positive leadership rather than controversy. Now, for the fans of the Dallas Cowboys, this situation might be frustrating or even infuriating, but it also serves as a reminder of the high stakes and high emotions that come with NFL rivalries. The Cowboys have their own set of challenges, their own stars to watch, and their own storylines unfolding. The upcoming game against the Eagles will be a defining moment early in the season. A chance for Dallas to send a message that they be ready to contend and that they won't be rattled by off-the-field drama. Dak Prescott's leadership, the performance of the offensive line, and the defensive resilience will all play a critical role in determining the outcome. In the end, what we're witnessing right now is more than just a disciplinary action. It has a snapshot of the NFL modern era where talent, controversy, and drama collide to create compelling storylines. For fans of the Cowboys, it is about staying engaged, supporting your team through thick and thin, and looking forward to the battles that lie ahead. Because football is more than just a game. It has a passion, a community, and a never-ending saga of triumphs and tribulations. And no matter what, Dallas fans know deep down that this team has the heart, talent, and resilience to overcome challenges like these and keep fighting for that elusive Super Bowl title. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on this whole situation with Jalen Carter? Do you think the league's discipline was fair? Are you confident that Dallas can take advantage of Carter's potential absence or distraction in the upcoming game? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Thanks for watching and as always, go Cowboys.